Hi guys, I'm here with week 40 in my Project Life album, and this is a project for the Kitaholics Kits design team, of which I am now a member. I'm super excited about that, and yeah, it's really wonderful. They're an Australian-based kit, so that means it's particularly great for those of us down here who don't want to spend international shipping and things like that, and it's a beautiful collection of lovely, nicely curated scrapbooking goodies that you get once a month when you subscribe. So I'll put a link down below so you can check it out. And yeah, this is what I'm making for my week 40. So you saw me show you the papers that I had chosen from the kit before to go with my photos. There's some lovely sort of wood grainy ones and this beautiful pink floral that I'm super into. And so I'm going to use those as my jumping off point. There was something about that cut apart sheet that had really nice phrases and things on it, but I don't think I want to use them as full journal cards. So I'm going to have a play with that and you'll see where I end up in a little bit. I really love this wood grain here too. I think it goes nicely with the browns in some of my photos, like the bed on the right with my drink and also the cookies there. So I'm going to use that as the base for my title cards. I'm putting that there as my sort of placeholder for now. And then there's that lovely peachy gingham and then this soft floral, which I think will go nicely as like a backing patterned paper for this photo of my Animal Crossing character dressed up for Halloween. So yeah, I've got these cut apart cards, which you can cut and use as like filler cards in Project Life, but I actually wanted to use them more as like their phrases. So I'm actually chopping them up so that it's mainly so I can fit more on my page really. So I'm cutting this into the words, and I'm going to do that with a couple of them. And then in a minute, I'm going to get out some embellishments and work with them. I just like that big word, enjoy. I thought it went really well with these cookies. Oh my God, you guys, they were so yummy. Sarah Jane has the Beatrix Bakes cookbook, and it's just so good. And these are the almond jaws from that. And you make your own dolce de leche to put in the middle, and it's like salted with vanilla and like you can put as much. Obviously, I was quite generous with how much I put in there. Sarah Jane did the baking and I just filled them. And I put heaps of that delicious kind of salted caramel stuff between the cookies, and they were so good. So these die cuts also came with the kit, and there's heaps in this packet. They're so lovely, lots of florals, so you don't feel like you have to be very sparing with them. Like you can really kind of cluster them, and they'd be great for 12 by 12 layouts, but they're also really nice for Project Life. So I am using those as embellishments for my journaling cards. And you can see the ones on the left side of the spread I've put on the left side of the card and vice versa. And then I'm adding one to this little stay cozy thing here. And you can see instead of gluing them down, I've decided to stitch them down. And I really like the extra texture that adds, and I just think it looks really lovely and it goes really nicely with the softness of the floral. I'm adding another little one up here to this love lives here kind of phrase, which I think is a nice way of embellishing a 6x4 photo. I don't know if you can see, I've actually stitched those on as well. Everything is stitched rather than glued so far with these embellishments, except for those last couple of little flowers. So these little ones I thought would be nice just as like small embellishments to just kind of fill up those cards and some little blank areas that needed a little bit of extra something. So I have these Simple Stories stickers. They're a really fantastic kind of collection of alphas. They're really like the basics that you need. I got these from the Kitaholics shop. They're not part of the kit, but you can get them from the Kitaholics store, and they're like all different sizes and colors of basic alphas, and they're really good. There's a couple of different ones you can get, like this one that I have, which is like grays and whites, but then there's also one that's got like colored ones as well, like kind of like you might get Color Theory from Studio Calico. It's a bit like that. And they're kind of that light papery material, the same kind of stuff that the American Craft sticker books are made out of. So they're pretty good value. They're not as chunky as like a cardstock alpha, so you can get quite a lot more in the pack, and I'm going to get a lot of use out of that, I can tell. So you can see I've done some of that clustering with these die cuts, and I've stitched around the outside to hold them all in place. I literally just put that straight through my sewing machine. I didn't even glue anything down. I just went carefully and stitched it. And then I realized just this bottom corner needs a little bit of extra something. So I'm going to tuck a little flower in there with my glue pen, and that will fit in there nicely. The good thing about using like a wet glue for something like that is you do have a little bit of time to reposition it if you want to, which I did. So I'm just going to stick this photo down onto the backing paper. And I don't need to add any journaling to it because it's very obvious that it's an Animal Crossing character, or to anyone who plays, which, you know, in our family, that's everyone. But I wanted to add a small embellishment. So what I did was I took a little bit of the branding strip from one of the papers, and it has these pretty flowers all along it. And I thought it looked a little bit like washi tape. So basically I've just added some tape to the back of it, and I've just used it as like a DIY washi tape. And I think that looks really cute. And flowers are a big part of Animal Crossing, so I think that kind of thematically goes with the photo as well. So I've got these stickers out now, and I've decided on this kind of charcoaly slate colour, and I'm just going to write the word 40 because this is week 40. And I went with my fingers instead of my tweezers for a large part of this, which was a bit silly of me because you can definitely position things more easily if you have tweezers. So I cotton onto that about here and then I have an easier time of it. And I just want to write the word week just next to where it says 40 because it's a little bit off to the right, and I've done that so that I've got room to just write week there with my gel pen. And then I want to add the dates on as well, and that's going to sort of nestle in amongst the little fronds and flowers and things like that. I really love the different sort of shapes that you get in these. They're not just standard leaves. There's some kind of ferny pieces and some like flower buds and things. They're really pretty. They're really nice textures. I've had a lot of fun playing with them, and I'm glad I've got a whole bunch of them left because I think I'm going to enjoy them on some other projects as well. So I'm just stamping that on there with my rolling date stamp and some black ink. It stays on, but you could use any black ink for that. It's just regular cardstock that I'm stamping on. And that's my layout. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Make sure you check out Kitaholic Kits. I'll put a link down below so you can have a look at that. And yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye.